Thanks for staying with us. The Lagos State government says it is ready to explore innovative climate solutions to accelerate the development of a green economy in the state. Commissioner for Environment, Tunji Bello, said this at a press conference while giving an update on the state's preparation for the annual Climate Change Summit. Correspondent Esther Moparela reports.
The coastal city of Lagos State is highly vulnerable to the effects of climate change. Energy, waste and transport have been identified as the major sources of greenhouse gas emissions in the state, which adds to this challenge.
Thank you. It's nice to be with you again.
Following this concern, the state government launched the Climate Action Plan, aimed at charting a course towards achieving a net zero by the year 2050.
This year's edition is action-oriented, and we have decided to do things differently by co-opting the organized private sector from the planning stage to the delivery of the summit. This is in recognition of the impact of the organized private sector on economic growth in Lagos and our resolve to mainstream climate action in the next phase of the developmental agenda of Lagos State. This is also an affirmative action in support of the role of the private sector in mitigating the effects of climate change.
Speaking on the recent flood situations in the state, the Commissioner for the Environment said the coastal nature of Lagos makes it vulnerable to sea level rise, but asked residents to desist from the indiscriminate disposal of waste on drainage channels.
Now, if you have a rain of 6 to 8 hours consistently, the ocean will rise. Your lagoon cannot discharge into the ocean. When your lagoon cannot discharge into the ocean, it locks up your canyons. All the water will come out, they go back to the streets. But if the rain stops, maybe 6 or 8 hours later, just relax. We've been saying this for years, but people will not listen. We are flooded, we are flooded. Everybody will say, we are flooded here. But where is the water? The water stayed after. Compare with what's happening in other parts of the world. Those are developed countries that are even more efficient than us. Water will not go for days if the drainages are not working. If you are not working on it, if the government has not worked on the canals.
In the meantime, stakeholders, development partners and investors were asked to join in the progress towards achieving a green and sustainable economic growth in Lagos and bequeathing a sustainable environment for future generations. Esther Moparela, TVC News, Lagos.
In the meantime, residents of some communities in Lekki are calling on the Lagos State government to save their livelihood and property from the rampaging effects of ocean encroachment. The environmental catastrophe has been experienced, according to the residents, due to the effect of dredging and other construction projects embarked upon in the area, among others. The Atlantic Ocean, they say, is fast eroding the shoreline at an unprecedented rate at over about 5 meters per day. They say if nothing is done urgently, the communities may eventually be wiped away. Traditional ruler of Lekki called for synergy among critical stakeholders to ameliorate the suffering of residents.
Due to the fact that the water encroach all the properties of this community. That's why the people are shouting. That's why they are crying to Nigeria. Maybe there will be a way out of what is happening to us in this community.
Everything is eroded, as you can see. This is the center of the village. So the lamentation is that the sea is eroding our community.
It is as if we are beginning to come to reality with the global warming. I believe all the stakeholders need to sit down, brainstorm, and then find a lasting solutions.